Thank you, Raphael. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jay Chand, and I'm a senior at Cornell. I'm really excited to introduce to you Gel, providing online student collaboration all in one place. This picture probably stresses you out, doesn't it? It's a screenshot of my partner and me working on a project after the pandemic forced us to work online. There's a quote from Scott Galloway, a marketing professor at NYU Stern, that stated, "While other crises reshape the future, COVID-19 is just making the future happen faster." For education, this means that every university, including top institutions that have always prided themselves on in-person education, like Cornell, will now always be hybrid, and their students will have to be able to work in person and online. When collaborating online, students are losing time and losing entire years now in their education. A survey of 14,000 undergraduate students conducted by one class showed that 85% of students reported that the pandemic and learning online has negatively impacted both their performance and stress levels in school. This stress can push some students to completely withdraw themselves, to barely speak in meetings and do as little as possible, which means they also learn as little as possible. These students are suffering, and these students are lost. Lost students have always existed, but the numbers are increasing and affecting more and more universities, including Cornell, where there's now a lot of very smart and very motivated students who are lost. After talking to over 100 students, we've mapped a typical workflow for students collaborating with their peers, along with the different apps each step might use. It creates a painfully repetitive loop, complicated by the number of different apps required for each iteration, and that's just for one project. Working in person, students can get by, but this online workflow is so convoluted, it actually requires project management, which students have no experience with and which the big players in this industry, namely Canvas and Blackboard, do not provide. Gel creates a far more intuitive workflow that allows students the freedom to collaborate efficiently and manage their projects. Not only does it cut the number of steps for iterating on a project from 6 to 2, but keeping it all in one place also completely eliminates the overhead of switching between all these different apps, which has been a source of stress and frustration among students. Here's a screenshot of our fully clickable and comprehensive prototype demonstration to show you a few of the mentioned features. On the left is the Teammates tab, with the options to access teammate availability and schedule meetings. And below that is the Task Center, where students can easily keep track of tasks and assign tasks to their teammates. And on the right are the voice channels, which are different meeting spaces available so that multiple conversations can happen at the same time. And finally, students can just work on their projects, displayed here on this virtual table as if they're all sitting together in person. Gel provides a central application that closes the loop of online collaborative education. Creating a hub like this also gives us the opportunity to provide data-driven feedback to students and instructors, including meeting analytics and general work habits. Project management is something that can't be learned without doing, but even doing it doesn't teach anything unless there's feedback. So why would anyone commit to using Gel over their current habits? First, we'll take the students, our users. They'll receive a better hybrid education and improved results, which means less stress. The lost student won't be overwhelmed by all the different apps and time it takes to do everything around the project. And on the other side, the student who typically takes charge and does all the work on assignments will now have an easy way of assigning tasks and keeping everyone involved. We'll also be helping the instructors by getting students more engaged in their teams and helping these lost students. They can also use the metrics about student work to improve their assignments over time. And ultimately, these things just lead to better class reviews, making Gel beneficial for instructors too. And finally, the buyers of our product are the IT people in charge of evaluating educational softwares for a university. They've made it clear to us that their main purpose is to improve the experiences of students and instructors in the classroom, and we're clearly providing that. They'll also be prepared for any future scenarios where they need to transition to fully online learning for any reason. Next, I'll quickly introduce the team. Again, my name is Jay, and my partners Eric and Luke and I are all engineers. Our experience with online education is what motivated us to start working together. So our next major milestone is to pilot an MVP in the class for free and use the results to then make a sale to a department or an institution. And for that reason, we're looking for advisors who have connections or experience in the ed tech industry. And if you can help us, please reach out to me with the email on screen and in the chat. Thank you.